hey, you gay. I know you.
Well, she's lesbian, so
Perfect.
it wasn't weird. She's like, I'm looking for the gays.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got to fill the niche, you know.
Yes.
It's Pride Month. You want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, I'm Matt McKinley.
So where are you from?
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia.
Yes, a little like kind of the country outside of Richmond, like the capital.
Okay.
We drove by a few times. We
Yeah?
did a drive from Florida to New York a few times.
Big
We
drive.
Yeah, it's a big
we
drive.
do. We like road trips.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's a good time. Did you like growing up in Virginia?
I think I learned to appreciate it when I would visit as an adult.
Yeah.
And I didn't love it when I was young. I mean,
Right.
I especially didn't really like it because I was in the country and it was
Yeah.
just not the best growing up, gay there. But the city of Richmond is actually very artsy, very liberal.
Yeah.
So and I wasn't even that far from it. But it was just kind of like my school in the area that I'm actually like from.
Sure.
It was a little more difficult.
Did you always know you were gay?
No, I don't think. I grew up very sheltered, very religious family. So
Wow.
I think that I didn't really know what gay was for so long. I think I always like just felt different from
Right.
like boys. I always had like
Kids.
girlfriends, and I was always very like, more artsy and less sporty and like
Right.
that kind of thing. So in a way, yes. But I didn't even like I didn't have like a celebrity crush on a guy like watching
Yeah.
shows for the longest time. Like it took me till like high school and actually like having my first like secret relationship
Yeah.
to realize that I liked guys in that way. Because growing up, even like watching stuff like when I was like obsessed with High School Musical, like I was not
Yeah.
like watching and being like, oh my god, Zac Efron,
Right.
so annoying. I was so over him. I was like Sharpay, like she's the
Yeah.
baddest. Like I was
Yep.
obsessed with her.
Strong
And when you're young
females.
and you're like not really like sexual,
No,
Right.
not at all. yeah.
you're like, oh, like because I like girls, because I
Yeah.
love Sharpay, you know.
Right.
But isn't it funny? Most of us, we don't know we're gay, but we know we are different from the other kids in school. And sometimes we don't have crush on girls or guys, but we like the girls.
Yeah.
We have a thing because I don't know why, because either they inspire us because they're being themselves, or they can, just be whatever. And us gay kids, we are just like so sheltered.
I think it's easier to connect there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that makes it maybe not confusing, but it feels safer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So that's why sometimes we have a lot of girlfriends
Yeah.
at that age, because we feel like we can connect with them more than we can connect with the guys.
Yeah, definitely.
I
felt
feel like
that.
especially strong females in Hollywood or on TV movies, they're usually more flamboyant, more
Yeah.
boisterous, able to kind of dominate the area of the room. And I feel like when you're growing up, maybe queer or confused or not sure where you fit in, when you see this like dominant female force, in a room full of men, especially like football players, like when you're watching High School Musical, see this girl walk in and she like owns the school, whether people want her to or not.
Yeah.
You're like, I can relate to wanting to feel that way. You know,
it's
I mean,
admirable for sure.
exactly. And I guess everyone's different, but I knew I was gay at like 5. I had my
Wow.
first crush in first grade on a boy.
wow.
I mean, I didn't know what that meant, but so yeah, I've just been gay forever.
You just know.
And sexuality is such like a interesting sort of concept, right? Because obviously in first grade I was not like sexual, but I had like these romantic feelings. So it's interesting to see like how when you're growing up in a queer mindset, like when do you start expressing those feelings? And I guess it's just different for everybody.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, when you know that young, like, what is that like? And do you feel like that is kind of a product of your environment? Like,
Good
was it your
question.
family being safe? Was it a comfortable, like, topic for you growing up at that age? Like, did you know, like, you knew that was an option?
Yeah, I knew that that's how I felt, but I knew that it was not an option.
Okay.
So I definitely did not grow up in like a liberal or open-minded family. I'm an only child. All my relatives are mainly female though. So like all my cousins, I have a lot of aunts. I don't have like any uncles. Very distant from my grandfathers too. So I think it's just a lot of female energy where I started like early on identifying with the other females like in TV, movies, music. And they were getting male attention, and I think that's what I sort of liked or wanted to mirror.
The male attention.
And yeah, that still continues today. But
Follows you.
yeah, it still follows me. But I didn't like have. I don't think I was thinking like complex, relationship thoughts. It was just more like friends in school were like, oh, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, and I would never tell anyone, but I would like have crushes on other kids that were boys usually, but I did like girls too, just not that way.
Yeah.
Did you have brothers and sisters, or do you have?
Yeah, I
brothers
have
and
four.
sisters?
Wow.
I have 3 sisters and 1 brother.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Are you the youngest?
I'm second oldest, so I have an older
Okay.
sister.
Cool.
Wow.
Hmm.
Was
How is
she-
to have a big
Yeah.
family? Do you have like a close relationship with your siblings?
I love that I grew up with siblings, especially being I was homeschooled growing up, so like
Wow.
especially having that, I can't imagine if I was an only child. Though I had only child friends, and it seemed like they just lived the life, They
Yeah.
get all that special treatment.
Spoiled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spoiled.
It's like for me it was like a combination of like getting all the attention and then also being able to get away with everything because like my parents were not strict at all. Like I never was like told to show me
You could do
my
anything you
report
want.
card. They never were like, where are you spending the night tonight? If I was like, I'm with my friends, then that was it. So
Well, I feel like usually with only children, it's the opposite. It's like all the focus and like pressure is on you.
Sure.
So it's good.
I mean, everybody's experience is probably different, but I loved being an only child.
Yeah.
We talk about this because he has 2
So
sisters.
I have 2 sisters,
Who
and
I
I'm the
love.
middle child, so we always had to share things, most of the things.
Yes.
But things like the computer or like toys, we always had to share. So I, since growing up, I always had this thing of like sharing things because,
It's a good lesson to
Yeah,
learn.
it is.
Where are you in the lineup?
I'm the middle child.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a older sister who is 5 years older than me, and
Okay.
a younger sister who is 5 years younger than me.
Okay, so you guys are kind of spread out. Then.
Yeah, spread out. But growing up, we always had like a great relationship for the
good.
most part,
Yeah.
and had a lot of feminine energy in my house as well. And having siblings, helped me to have those like lessons early on, and now I feel like because I now live in have a relationship with him that we basically share everything, so
Yeah, you learn
it's
to
helpful.
share.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing when it's someone who's very similar to me, but I can imagine having brothers and sisters and that being a difficulty. Because would you say your brothers and sisters are similar to you?
I think we all have like similarities that cross over between us, you
Yeah.
know, kind of like even with my parents, like I feel like my mom and I are really close and similar in like an interests way, and my dad and I are close or like more similar in like a personality way.
Sure.
So it's kind of like that with my siblings.
cool.
We're all quite different actually.
Yeah. Was your older sister very influential in your
Of course. Oh my
growing?
goodness. I mean, we were best friends. Like when it was just us, it was like just best pals, and even like from then till now, we're really close. She used to live out here, so that was amazing.
Oh, wow.
Rest in peace. So sad that she doesn't. But yeah, we've always been super close.
That's good.
So
When did you move out here?
I moved out here when I was 16, so I've been here.
Wow.
Gonna be 9 years later this year.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That's
crazy.
16.
Yeah.
You're only 18 now. No.
Yeah, it's been 2 years actually.
So wait, how did you move out here at 16?
Basically, my sister moved out here when she was 18. We were so close. I was having like difficulty at home because it's like when I was starting to be like
Gay.
gay. Yeah.
Did she know about you?
I didn't come out to my sister till after I moved out here. I didn't come out
Wow.
until after I moved out here.
I
It was
see.
so much easier and
Right.
Yeah.
to I was around gay
Absolutely,
people and I felt more comfortable myself, and I was getting older, and then I came out to my my ex, the crazy one. Well, I didn't even mention that he was crazy yet.
Now we know.
But the yeah, now you know. Cat's out of the bag. He like outed me to my sisters.
No.
Yeah, so it was like it was a whole thing.
People like to do that when they're mad. They like to
Of
out you.
course. It's so fun.
But I can totally relate to your story because
You-
I only came out to my mom and my sisters in Brazil when I was 18, and then I didn't tell any of my friends or family, the rest of my family. And then it was not only when I moved here that I told. Well, I didn't tell anybody that was gay. They just saw my social media and
Okay.
put the pieces together.
You know.
Wow.
But it's like you said, it's like you have to leave your hometown. You have to leave the place that you are because you don't feel safe, you don't feel comfortable, and then when you're out, you're like, I don't know, I'm independent now. I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
So did you just start posting like
Yeah, shirtless pictures, naked pictures.
Not
that's just like
naked.
inherently
Yeah.
gay?
Yeah. Speedos.
When did you guys get together?
2019.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cute.
been 6 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow,
Mhm.
amazing.
So you moved to LA with your sister, 16, and you're like realizing that it's a supportive environment and you felt like you were ready to come out. Was there anything specific that happened, or you were just like, gotta tell
Yes.
someone, gotta tell her?
I don't remember exactly how it happened. I don't remember if I had already ended my little like relationship thing there and then moved out here. Because it was like already really toxic. So I think I might have ended it, and then it's like, oh, I'm moving, and it was like, oh my god, I thought we were gonna get back together. Not me. And then I moved out here, and then I was dealing with a lot of like harassment from him when I first moved out here, and then to make friends, like it was mostly like mutuals and stuff like that on socials, but I didn't have a lot. And so this one guy DM'd me and asked to hang out, and he was like pretty obviously gay on his socials, and so I told my sister about it, and he had like did social media, did the YouTube and stuff, and I was like, should I hang out with him? But he's like, probably, I was like, he's probably gay though, like he probably is gay, and like what if he thinks it's a date, like I don't know. And she was like, do it, you should just do it, like be friends. So I went out with his friend group. We went to like a movie.
Cool. It's a good way.
But then we kept hanging out, and then we started like dating, kind of. So then she would ask me about it, and then.
Did she already know, kind of, that you were gay?
I mean, my whole life it was like questionable. Right. I remember when I came out, I had this one from high school. It was like, I was vouching for you, I was rooting for you this whole time. Everyone, I swore up and down to everyone, I'm like, girl, this is not your issue, but
right?
Whatever.
Like, great, you were a supportive friend. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like you went to the same school as me.
Right.
Like, of course I was lying.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's a lie, but it's like, a justifiable one. But yeah, so then I went on my mom had a business trip, so we all met, like Emily, my older sister, and I went and met with them. It was in Indiana, I want to say, and it was like a whole thing. My mom was getting an award. We had to like all go on stage as a family and all that, and then we went back to the hotel after that, and my mom and my dad went to like the like gala part or whatever. Sure. And then
you should have gone up on stage and taken the mic and said,
"That's what I have an announcement." Imagine it's like a Disney movie, my dream. But no, yeah. So then I got back to the hotel, and we were all like my whole family and like all my siblings and I just crammed to this hotel room, and then like I knew it was happening because the guy was doing this crazy stuff going off on me, then like blocking me, and then he was like texting my sisters, and I was like, "What's happening?" And then
this is the one from Virginia.
Yeah. So then I like texted my best friend from home. She was like my friend in preschool, and we reconnected later. I had many best friends, but like she was one of my best friends. And I texted her. I was like, "Oh my god, I have to tell you something." So I came out to her because I was like, I need to control like coming out to one person.
Right.
And then I told her the situation. I was like, and right now he's telling everybody. He outed me on Instagram too. Like posted a whole thing. It was really crazy. It was like sexual too. It was like talked about us sexually. It was really
you
nasty.
really left an impression. You
Sabrina
really
had an impression.
Definitely did.
Yeah, it was a lot. He's married, so good luck to
now
that kid.
or
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so fun.
Was
Virginia way.
Your first relationship?
No, I was dating girls.
Oh,
right.
How was that?
Fun.
Did you enjoy it?
Did you get down and dirty?
Yeah, but I'm still a gold star guy, so I did everything but.
Gotcha.
Everything but.
I always wonder, as a physician, I've done things, but so I guess it doesn't. Mean? Like, 'cause I've delivered babies. I've been there. Hike.
Goodness.
But I've not like entered the realm. Voluntarily.
Well, I feel that must be a very separate from a sexual
definitely
experience.
Separate, but it is just like interesting. That is a whole nother topic for another day, but. Yeah, I actually delivered my my cousin when she was 15.
Oh, my goodness.
She gave birth, and I was like 13, and I was in the room and helped deliver.
How were you doing that at that age?
They knew I wanted to be a doctor, so they're like, okay, well, if you want to be a doctor, then this is a great time for you to see what's going on. And I left the room being like, well, I don't want to be that kind of doctor.
Okay.
But I ended up becoming a doctor who I can deliver babies, but I don't.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's a whole, another topic.
Awesome. Good for you.
It's it's a living.
My mom wanted me to be a doctor.
Well, I'm sure you're doing just fine the way you are.
Thanks.
It's funny, though, when I got out of medical school and started residency, I realized that I was in over my head. I was like, this is not what I really want to do all the time. Seeing 45 patients at an urgent care for 12 hours is a lot. And I was like, how can I like change this around? At the time, I was like, I really want to work at home. How can I work as a doctor from home? This doesn't exist. And I just kept thinking about it and looking for opportunities. And then telemedicine had just really started.
Yeah, you were ahead of the game.
And so I just leaned into it. So like my like lesson from that is whatever position you think you're in with your employment or where you're working, just because it doesn't exist yet, what you want to do doesn't mean that it's impossible. Or like just because it doesn't seem possible doesn't mean you can't start trying to make it happen. Even in something as like rigid and difficult to adjust as medicine. Medicine doesn't really. And it's funny, when I started telehealth, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to take a decade before it even begins to, breathe life and become more busy. But because of the pandemic, I just so happened to be at the right place at the right time. And now, I haven't seen patients in person in over 6 years.
Yes.
So
no more delivering babies.
No more delivering babies. But I did, there's pros and minuses to all those things, but I enjoy what I do. I do mostly men's health, so working with patients that have either low T or issues with sexual health, men's hair loss. But in the past, I've done everything from delivering babies, dermatology, psychiatry, pediatrics. So yeah, that's me.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so cool.
It's cool. It's again, it's an interesting position to be in. A physician is strange too, because like, you know, you're expected to act a certain way, you're expected to be a certain way, you're expected, especially in family medicine, to practice medicine a certain way, and I really don't do any of those things.
Yeah. Medicine's very traditional,
it's
conservative.
very traditional. It's very white, male dominated, and that's changing, but it's just very traditional, very conservative, and so I'm like the opposite of that.
Yeah, wow.
So finding my own practice and doing it myself has been like really, you know, good for me. But yeah, right place, right time. If you want to make it happen, just put the little pieces together.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
You know, it works. So you moved here at 16, and you have been actively participating in more theater. Like, what has kept you?
So it was a little complicated because I moved out here and I like started with doing interviews to try to get signed and stuff. But like, I was just a 16-year-old that didn't have guidance.
Sure.
And I was doing social media, so that, and then like hanging out with social media people and like doing that and going to like, before COVID, it was like social media party, like central.
Everywhere.
So like, and then like I'm underage, so I'm not like going to clubs, you know? So that was kind of the thing. And I definitely like, I have so many regrets. I mean, we all have so many regrets, but I definitely got a little lost in that scene, and like, it's not, you know, my end goal. And I've grown to like it, especially depending on like what era I'm in, if I'm like what I'm doing, or if I'm like chasing views or chasing like what's trending. It's like, you know, a different relationship. But yeah, so I kind of like lost the whole acting thing for a minute. It was also just hard to like the rejection, you know, because I did an interview with like a pretty big agency and I just didn't get it.
What is it like going into a meeting or even before that? How does the process start where you get an agent, either whether it's a theatrical agent or a commercial agent? Like, what is that process like?
Well, it's changed a lot. Everything's more online now because of
Wow.
COVID.
Right.
It's a hard time. I don't know about now, but for a while there, like after the writer's strike, during the writer's strike, it was like, don't lose your agents because you're not going to get new ones.
Wow.
Agents are dropping people like flies, like, you know, watch out. And so nowadays I would say things like showcases. There's a lot of classes that do, like my first acting school that I went to out here was Graham Shields, shout out. They do like an agent night. So if you get in their agent night, then they have an agent come once a month and watch, you know, a 1 or 2 minute scene from their students. And so then you can, they're interested, they can contact you. So there's things like that. Those are the best ways.
Sure.
Blind submitting is really hard nowadays. You know, it's just because like, what are they basing it off of?
Right.
But you can submit self-tapes online.
Which is kind of weird to me. I mean, I've never done anything like that, so I can't really say what it feels like. But in my head, I feel like recording on your camera and then sending like some audition to just some blank email is so intimidating.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the way it works now.
Yeah, I have a complicated relationship with like blind sending like materials like that, because I just think it feels like pushy. It feels like a little bit of a waste of time, wasting someone's time. But it's like you do have to fight for yourself. So like, do what you got to do. If you're ambitious like that, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
The acting industry is weird. You just have to kind of
feel out
all of those decisions.
Yeah, because you hear about some random person who sends in something and, you know, out of nowhere they get the gig. And it's because they were pushy.
I also think posting self-tapes and posting acting stuff online is a great way to do it. Like, you know, people do that, like self-tapes on TikTok and stuff like that. Yeah. And Instagram, I think that's great because you're not shoving it down anyone's throat, but you're putting it out there and you're showcasing your talent the best way you can. Like, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, we started all of this like in the foyer of our house in Jacksonville years ago, where we put like a little camera that was on a tripod, angled at me. I was sitting on a stool. It was the worst lighting possible, and I was talking about chlamydia and making educational videos because I was treating a lot of men that had STDs and they had a lot of questions. So I'm like, I'm just gonna like send this link to them so they can just like get it all, right? Yeah. And then as I started to get comfortable just sitting in front of the camera, I was like, oh, maybe I can talk to the directly to the camera, or maybe I don't need to use a script. And so I evolved from that, and then I sent a couple of the videos to a company I was working for, and I was like, hey, if you guys want to do a podcast, let me know. And so then they did. I flew, and we moved to Austin for like 6 months. I was on a podcast with their company, and they were like, you know, sending in regular guests, and what I would do do is typically just like sit there and have no prep and just like talk to them, like conversational. And it worked really well. I had a great time. The podcast did well. But I wanted him to do it with me. But he, Portuguese is his first language. So English is his second language. We didn't know how we would talk about healthcare stuff because I'm a doctor, but he's not. He doesn't have a healthcare background. So we did some work.
Yeah, we built a podcast studio in our house.
Wow.
We bought cameras and we made the wall a little cuter than it was before. Just to make it a little like nicer, more professional. And it was difficult at first because English is my second language and I'm shy in front of the camera, so it was a challenge for me, but I got better. And then the second challenge was when we had a guest here because again, I feel like I'm shy, or I was shy. And now I feel like
look at you now.
We started this. I was like, just sit next to me. Initially, I'll just do a lot of talking, but when you feel ready to jump in. And I mean, already it
takes practice.
People notice that he's more talkative just in his daily life now, just because he's used to talking more. To
English
people. That's what I said. I mean, when I met him, I didn't know he didn't know English from birth. So I'm also from Florida, where most people have some sort of accent. So I just assume everyone is from Florida. That's there.
How did you guys meet, by the way?
We knew each other from Instagram.
Oh, okay. Okay, cute.
Like a year before we actually met, and we were talking. We talked like probably 3 times, or like in a year, and then but because we didn't live like close together.
Where did you live?
I lived in Fort Lauderdale, which is South Florida, and he lived in Fort Myers.
I was living in Orlando at the time.
Right.
But actually, the first time we met, I was living in Fort Myers, which is like Southwest Florida. And I was going for work like closer to where he lived, and I was like, maybe I can get this guy to like come hang out one weekend. He's like, no, I don't do that. I don't hang out for the weekend.
I mean, 2 hours away.
He's like, it's too long. We'll reconvene another time.
Also, what happens if you like have the best weekend of your lives, and then it's like you guys don't live together? Like how scary and sad.
Honestly, it was great that we didn't meet initially because we were both not looking for a relationship at that time. And
I mean, even the day that we met, we're still not looking for a relationship. But I feel like it was
we were at a better place.
Time. Yeah, better time for us to meet.
How long did it take you guys to like get there? Like what happened after the first time you met?
Good question.
The day we met, like we haven't stopped talking since.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we still have a text
So your
thread.
connection just like.
Yeah, it was like the first day we were like besties.
We like planned a trip to Maui that day.
He's like, I'm going to Maui in
a few
3 weeks.
If you want to come, I'm like,
sure, I'm going.
Probably won't go. Yeah, I was like, he's not gonna go, but he went.
Then you went. Oh my goodness. How much later was that from the first time you guys met?
3 weeks.
3 weeks later, you go to Maui together.
Yeah.
How long were you in Maui?
About a week.
Okay.
And then we came to LA. And then
we had another trip?
It was the same trip.
Same trip.
Because remember
Maui
Florida,
LA,
so
you gotta go this way.
Yeah, you gotta come all the way here and then you go over there.
Good stop.
We already had a Halloween costume that was. He was Britney Spears. I was Justin Timberlake.
My girl. Wait, that's so fun. So then you brought your Halloween costumes to Maui.
Yes.
Came back to LA.
Yeah.
And then what happened when you guys went back?
We were so good question, but we were dating long distance for the next 2 months.
Okay.
And he will usually come to South Florida, or I will go to Orlando every weekend.
And how long of a trip is that?
It's like a few hours, three hours.
Drives.
Yeah.
Drive. Not too far, and then we'll stay together for the weekend. And he was working long hours in the hospital.
Yeah.
Urgent care, and that was 2 months later. That's when we decided that we would work better together, and if we're living in the same place.
Yeah, telehealth really started to take off, and I was like, hey, if we were to like work together, I think we could make this like really, really big. I think we could, do something substantial here. And he took a risk and he took the jump and said, all right, I will quit my job. I'll move with you and we'll try to make a business together. I don't know. He didn't know, anything about telehealth. I was still really new to it, but I just thought if I had someone else to help me build something out, that it could be, a way for us to support each other. And there it went. And I really always dreamed of like having a partner that I could like work with and grow with and build something together with. And he was open to that too, and was passionate about trying to build something together. And when you do that with someone that it's already easy to be around, it's easy to do, but I had not been in a situation where the person that I was with was just so easy to be around.
And we're very similar too. We have similar goals, so it felt very natural that we were going towards that direction. Because again, since the first day we met, we were besties.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt like the next step, like naturally next step. It didn't feel forced. I didn't feel, when he asked me, I was like, okay, sure, that seems to be the next thing that we do, because I was tired of like driving for like 4 hours and spend a weekend together. It was not convenient, and we knew we want to be together, and we just like, let's just cut the crap and skip all the like the dating phase and just get married.
Basically.
So is it ever tough? You know, you guys are both chasing like the same dream, which you're chasing together, but also that means you're spending your romantic time together, your work time together, you live together. Like, is that ever...
I think the main reason why it's worked this whole time is we can be right next to each other in complete silence for like 12 hours and like not like we can totally be in the same space but feel alone or feel like we're not, you know, drowning each other or like taking up each other's space. At least that's how I feel. Yeah. I've never been with someone like that where I can like sit in the same room and forget they're there because I'm just in my zone, they're in their zone, and we're not. It just doesn't feel like a weight or a presence is like bothering me, which in general most of the time people can feel that way. You know, when you're like when you're in a room and there's people there, you know that they're there, but you know when he's around, it's like, you know, I just feel like he's like another extension
That's
of
like
me.
love, because you're like one.
It is,
Yeah.
So cute.
You know, but if anyone before I met him had told me this relationship existed and was doing well, I would be skeptical because I always thought I needed space. I needed to be away from someone, at least for a majority of the day. You know?
Are you in a relationship right now?
Yeah. Are you dating?
No. Well, yes.
Ooh.
Not in a relationship. It's very complicated. Well, I actually did a social media relationship. Like I had a very public relationship where we did content and like our whole lives were together. We lived together, very similar to you guys. So that's why I asked some of those questions, because I think there's so many pros and cons to it. Like for us, like it was, like we would always say like, oh, it was so wonderful that, because it was literally like to a T. We would do the same type of content. We would both audition. So we were like, oh, we have each other to self-tape every time we have an audition. Like it's so nice and easy, but also at the same time it was really hard for us and like our personalities. Right? I think for us, yes. Yeah. I think it doesn't seem like you guys have, maybe you do, maybe you don't. It doesn't seem like you guys had that problem. I think we had a little bit of that problem.
Well, now it seems like you're stronger than ever.
Thank you.
You're galvanized. You're ready to take on anything ahead. So what is ahead for you? What are you focusing on in 2026? What are things you hope to see come to fruition?
I'm still acting, doing auditions, which is great. And that's kind of like the long-term goal. And like, it's kind of like I'm in it for the long run, and I'm just accepting rejection every day. Like you kind of have to sign up for it. And so that's been good. I have had so many like whack ass story, like close calls where I'm like, did that really just happen? My agents are like, this has never happened to us. But that makes me feel good because it means like something's in the water. Like it's reassuring in a way to like get that close sometimes. So I'm still doing that. My content is like, I'm starting to like content again, because I had like a little bit of a tough time doing content for a while, and like I'm doing stuff I like, and I'm doing like the fashion again that I like.
I love the fashion.
Thank you.
I love it.
So that's so fun. I like doing like because I took like a year or so off of like making my own stuff and like doing the upcycling thing, and so doing that again has been fun and fulfilling. Thank you.
I kind of want you to teach us how to do male makeup one day.
Yeah. Oh my god. Do you guys not wear any makeup?
No.
I would love
you have
to.
great skin.
Oh,
so,
you're
like,
so
good
kind. You can come back anytime.
I will come.
No, it would be amazing. We should totally maybe find a way to.
I'd be so down.
Maybe we'll do a tutorial video.
Yeah, would you be down?
Step by
yes,
step.
I want to do yours.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Amazing.
Get my makeup artist hat.
Please. I need it. Get rid of some of this redness for me. So
no,
we'll
you
make
guys
that
have great
happen.
skin. I had
too.
suffered with acne really bad in high school, and I still do. It like trickles on. So
you have great skin.
Thank you. It's the makeup.
Hey.
So that's kind of like how I started with that, and then
Cool.
No, I just have fun with that.
Well, now we're friends. So now that means you're going to come back again here, because we do want to have hopefully every guest we've had come back in the next 12 months at some point. So we'd love to have you come back.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. And we're going to get you to get us on one of these acting classes.
Yes, I'm going to send you all the deeds.
Perfect. Love. But where can people, if they're looking for you, where can they find you in the meantime before we get you to come back?
You can find me online at Matt McKinley with 2 E's in McKinley everywhere.
Awesome.
Amazing.
So we will
Easy.
obviously tag you and everything, and it's been such a joy. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
These
you for
things go
having
by
me.
so quickly.
I know.
But we're gonna
It's
have
like
you
a
back.
10-minute
I know.
coffee
Literally.
break.
That's
Yeah.
what we like. That's why I love it though. Is it's very conversational, very relaxed, and we're just gonna we'll try to make a hangout or maybe
Yes.
some makeup tutorial.
Yeah, let's do it. Do it all.
Makeup, do it all. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
That's it.